Hey guys, I am here with Lego City Space Set 60446 Galactic Spaceship. Comes with 717 regular pieces. It's a pretty decent sized set. The original retail price was around 80 US dollars, so a decent piece to price ratio, especially considering it is a large spaceship. This is the last, at least so far, and unfortunately the last of the City Space line with these colorful, now Futron-like figures. So let's get to the set. First off, the extra pieces. There are quite a few. The hair is not extra. This is alternative hair, which is very nice to include and was only included in a few of the City Space sets to date. We also have a battery pack, clear visor, some clear pieces, and small pieces. As you can see, this is a large spaceship, the only large spaceship for this. There are several spaceships, but this is the only grand spaceship that we saw in, similar to what we have seen in Classic Space. There are 3 instruction booklets. Again, as with the rest of this wave, they are not juniorized, but they are simple, easy to build for young children, and that's why they have different instruction booklets. So the first book covers the I remember right, the first book covers the front shuttle along with the pilot. The second book covers the midsection and the rocks with the engineer, and the third book covers the rear section, extra pieces, and attachment points. So as the instruction books suggest, there are 3 main sections to the ship, and it also has some customization possible. But let's first look at the minifigures. There are 5 minifigures. Let's first look at these 3. Since it is a spaceship, I was complaining in another video that we have a bit too many blue. The pilots are astronaut. Well, I guess they're all astronauts, but the pilots are flyers. And this set has technically 3 if we count the little alien guy, and then a yellow and a green. But before we look at the other 2 pilots here, I just want to show how they sit together. So it is a small alien, and for him to be sticking up and be able to be seen with the cockpit glass on, they had to elevate him into a little booster seat, which is kind of cute, but also interesting or strange at the same time. So we have pilot male, and I want to point out that these torsos are different than the previous space torsos. These ones are very Futron-esque. Futron was made at the end of the 80s. I only have a few of those, but they were normally the space symbol, the slash with a color on upper side and white on the bottom side, as an extension of the original Classic Space. So this one has a more standard nondescript space suit, but he does have the blue helmet And he has the standard alien head. I like that they put them on something other than the green plant pieces. The other pilot we have is a lady with a kind of jetpack. I think we saw this in the collectible minifigure series originally. It looks the same, but I haven't compared them side by side. We have one of the drill engineers, again with that kind of Futron yellow on one side with a slash down the middle. And finally we have a green engineer. So these are all unique minifigures because this torso was only released on this set to my knowledge. We also have a little drill bot. This one looks like it's on treads, although they are in space, so not sure how. Perhaps it's finding asteroids or something. Perhaps that's what these are symbolizing, are asteroids. I hadn't thought about that too much. So each of these has a purple crystal on the inside, so it looks like they are asteroid mining or perhaps emergency mining to get enough energy to go to their destination. It does have one purple battery pack. I think this is the only singular battery piece, and it is attached with a pin. And I recently noticed that the drill robots are marked with yellow, the flight robots are marked with a blue piece, and the research robots are usually marked with a green piece. So we saw the asteroids. There's also an orange piece puller to match the color of the set. And then we have these two pieces to close off on the pods, which we can come to later, but these are of a different design as well, including these black 6x3 wedge pieces. So for the ship, it is really a shame this is, or at least appears to be, the last in the wave, because they really improved a lot of issues from past city space sets. They really made a lot of improvements. So you can see here it's very strong. It has both a top clip and a bottom clip to support it. You don't have to use them, of course. I think most important is the top clip, because you will probably be in a way that causing this to try to expand. So you could remove the bottom clips and it will still be quite strong. And I do like that they used these. They were also on several of the earlier sets, such as the space station, although it did not specifically tell you to use them in this manner on that set. And on this set, we also have the top one being slightly different, including this white plate. And this is the sticker sheet, which I almost forgot about. So you can see a decent number of stickers, not a very large number. It's quite a few, but it's manageable. And I think the stickers add but are not required. So of course you don't have to use them. There are several printed pieces as well. This one, this one, this one. These are the stickers. These are stickers, which is a little unfortunate because there are some printed pieces, maybe not exactly this piece, but quite similar in the juniorized set. This tablet screen is also printed. So it's really very sturdy. There's also customization with the wings. These are clipped on and can clip on here, or can clip on here as well. So there's customization for the wing parts also. So in here is another crystal, and in this one is also another crystal. Then of course the battery packs are removable, and we have 2 battery packs here. There might be another one on the inside. But now let's take it apart and look section by section. Take off the winglets as well. So you can see here 3 main sections. Start off with the main spaceship shuttle part. It is separated front and back, so this part is sealed off effectively. The back part could open easier, but they did add these 2 tiles to make it easier to remove than not having them. Still, I think it's a bit too many clips. They could have done the 1x4 with just 2 studs. That might have been a better choice. So the back has more seating area, also a panel. Perhaps could have been designed better or more interestingly, but it's acceptable. I don't see anything majorly wrong with it. Here is another sticker for the airlock, quite standard with the others. It's not the singularly best shuttle front that they have made with this wave, but it's quite okay. And with the wings on it, it improves greatly and looks quite nice. I'm okay with the airlock here at the back. There's boosters on the wings, but we also have the other one I forgot to take off here, which I think is the best idea all along, to make the back of a clippable airlock into a booster. So this one is done with a blue tire-like piece. Works quite well. This is almost too many boosters now, but still, it's quite nice. It does shake a bit because it is held on with the slider pieces, as I call them. Then we have a standard middle piece, almost standard middle piece, except it does include these clips, again for wings or otherwise. There is so this is clearly the yellow guy's workstation. There's a sticker for his drill bot. And also we have a yellow construction piece symbol. This side has airlock on both sides. It's not open like we have in some others. So it is slightly unique, but very close to the others. We already looked at these pods, which can be attached to the sides. And then finally, we have the research area. This is quite interesting in that the sunroof, as it is held on by these grill pieces. You only need to lift up one and then slide it out or back in, which of course you can lift both of them. I think it's a good design. It does limit the inside room slightly because you need a lower ledge, but it's quite a minimal drawback. So here, yes, we have the other battery piece, and it looks like this is supposed to be a cable to the crystal to be taking the energy. And then here we have some kind of a projector or something with another tablet so it can swivel around. And here we have the food area designated by fork and knife with a pizza that slides around, but easy to keep it from sliding by moving this up. And it looks like bottles of water. And then we have obviously one of the exits. There's a pedestal probably to hold some armor or... Okay, none of these guys come with armor, but perhaps it's to hold, I don't know, something, another crystal, amoeba. You be the judge. And we have a first aid station, which looks like it leans out for a nice bed here. So you can see the medical first aid station. And of course, these giant holes can be, for the airlock, can be blocked off with these end cap pieces, which again are slightly different from the previous in the wave. So I think overall this set is really excellent. I look forward to large spaceships, and I was not sure if we would get one with this wave. I almost forgot there are also they're not the best of feet, but obviously this is a kind of drop-off space station or base. So it has some feet as well, which seem to hide kind of well, or easy to forget, as you saw I already did. So I wasn't sure if we would have a large spaceship. I'm extremely happy we do, and I don't think I could be happier with this set. Perhaps first and foremost is that we get these Futron torsos, but again, this may be the first and last set to get these revitalized Futron torsos, which is truly a shame. They're really wonderful. And it's modular with the airlock for all the other sets of this range. You can customize it as you like, or attach other things, or even attach the entire space station to this. And they've also improved on the design with the top pieces, again, included in some of the sets, but now also the bottom pieces included and listed and shown on the instructions. So it's very sturdy, excellent minifigures. They're doing some improvements even to the end cap pieces. Now they've added modular wings. I can't say enough good things about this set. It might just be the set of the year for me in 2025, although it has strong competition with the Dungeons and Dragons castle. So either way, this set does easily deserve a 5 out of 5. If you're... There can always be things to improve, but I really find it hard to fault this set in any way other than its availability. It's December 2025, and the set is going out of production already, which is an absolute shame. It's really wonderful, and so far we seem to have very minor space suggestions in some of the new city sets, but we don't seem to have any new dedicated space sets, so they went out on a very high note, it looks like. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.